So yesterday I thought of covering one more topic, uh, GitLab perspective. Let me cover that one also. I'll keep one more, file here. Let me cut one more file I'm keeping. As a, so that it is easy to understand. So in the same link, if you go here, you will get another file for Git. So like that, similarly, I'll keep it per Ansible. I'm keeping a separate file so that it is easy for you to navigate also. So have you gone through this assignment? If have you got any idea what command you supposed to use?
Sorry, Gopi. Yesterday I'm not able to do the exercise. Today I'll do
Okay,
it.
okay, no problem. Yeah,
I'll just check.
so I can understand working people's pain. So this is our local repository. I'm just if you right click on it, you will get a okay GitHub. If you navigate like this, see there are two options you will get. One is for Git Bash and Git GUI. By default, when you install the Git, no, these two options are available in your local desktop itself. I'll give you a couple of examples on Git GUI so that you will be almost 90% you will be familiar with the Git. Open existing project, you will get like this. Open existing project, browse. Okay. So you will get a GUI like this. Okay. I want to add something. Let's modify something here. In file one, I'm just modifying. Demo on Git GUI. I'm just saving. Now your file modified. See modified date. Just go to your Git GUI. There are options are there, right? Rescan, stage, host, sign off, commit, push. Just rescan it because we just did some modifications. See, we have modified file one, right? File one we had modified something, and look at this file. So this is the, I mean, whichever the files you are modified, it is going to highlight like this. Now, how from the GUI, how are you going to push to your remote repository? First stage, the stage changed. Once you click on stage change, you are going to get like this. Untracking file is going to stage. So one stage, all files moving here. Now just put a one commit message before before committing, just update some information. Demo on Git GUI and commit. Now it is committed. Push. You'll get a pop-up like this. There are two branches are there, but our branch is main branch. Select a main branch. Push it. Failed to push some references. It's remote counterpart. Git pull before pushing again. Okay. It is saying git pull the content first. Git bash. Open git bash. Git pull first. It is saying some update happened in the remote repository. Pull the content first. Resolve the issue. Okay, already up to date. Now push the content. See, now it is success. The whatever file we had modified, right? That is pushed through the Git GUI part. Now go back your GitLab, GitHub. Open the repositories. GitLab demo February. So which file we added? File one, right? See, demo on Git GUI. So that is how. So last two classes I had explained you, right, over the only command prompt. But I wanted to explain you there is a GUI also which is available from your desktop. So you can play around it also from this GUI. So keep in mind both the first practice in the GUI from the command prompt, and then you can use this GUI part also. Okay, this is done for Git and GitHub is completed. Six. Day 7, Ansible. So what is Ansible? Ansible, in the sense, it's a configuration management tool. Configuration management tool, and what are the tasks we can automate using this Ansible? We can provision server create. We can file create, user create. We can perform OS patch also. So many things. Whatever the system admin jobs are there, the roles and responsibilities of the system administrator. So this Ansible is going to play a major role in the administration level of tasks. So that is the reason after the DevOps culture adopted, so many admin level jobs going to absolute. They are losing their jobs because of this tool. Why? Because when you are having a thousands together servers and only few people is enough to manage all your infrastructure, because that is how the automation works, right? So whenever you wanted to uh, push some configurations, you wanted to install some Oracle database on the server, or you wanted to install SQL Server, or you wanted to install Apache. So you are going to play, you are going to create some Ansible playbooks and defining whatever the things you need to run on the set of servers. So you are going to achieve all this, automation with the help of this tool. So do you, it is available as a configuration management tool? No, there are multiple tools are there. Ansible, Ansible is there, Puppet is there, Chef is there, some Salt is there. Mm, yeah, so many multiple things are, but majorly, companies are the Ansible, become a more popular, and it has so many advantages over to the other tools, other configuration management tools. So that is the reason I chosen to give a demo on the Ansible only. Puppet also is there, but there are some drawbacks you need to put for the Puppet, Chef and all, because Ansible is not like that. It is a agentless. When I say Ansible, agentless, and it is a push-based model tool. Puppet is not like that. You have to install Puppet agent on all the servers wherever you are going to do some operations. The prerequisite is the Puppet agent needs to be installed on the all the target servers. Then you are going to perform the operations. But Ansible is not like that. So without installing the any agents, it is going to work. It is going to communicate in such a way that okay, and you can create server also, but since we are saying no configuration management, just we are focus only the configuration level. So server creation and all that, it's come is going to play an important role to create a servers. But after creating, Ansible is going to play important role to after server is up. It is going to do all your configuration parts like creating the users, group users, providing the access, AD groups is going to create. So many administrative tasks this is going to perform. So any questions so far? Okay. So for this, I'm going to demonstrate. We need a three ACT instances, three servers. One is Ansible master, Ansible node. I mean, we can provision multiple, so many servers, but minimum is required two servers. At least for one is for master, and one more is there for target server, not two. We can create 3, 4, 10 also we can create, but just for demonstration purpose, 2 is enough. So let's go back. So the installation part plays a major role because there are predefined things you need to set up the while provisioning the servers. So we have to carefully observe the how we are going to perform. Ansible. Let me choose Ubuntu. Keep here I'm choosing security groups. I'm choosing. I can choose, but I'm choosing my, yeah, 8 GB is enough. Let me choose 3 servers so that we will at a time we are going to create. That is created, but let me. Okay, that's okay. No problem. So let's open master file node. So type a new means you are going back to root user. Here let's no, rename this server as Ansible master. This is the command hostname ctl set hostname Ansible master. But I'll forward all these scripts in the document. No problem. Just observe. Exit again login. So that your server is going to rename it as Ansible master. Okay. In the Ansible master node, we are going to perform couple of the installation part. Let me update this one. So Ansible installed on master node because only master node Ansible is going to load. We are not going to install on any other other machines. So Ansible is built on top of Python. That's why all the Python related packages are installing. Now Ansible installed. Let's check the version. This is the version 2.178. All these dependencies, Python, Jinja, Limeapple, all these things installed. Okay. Now our master one is ready. Let's go with the node 1 and node 2. Again, similarly, you need to rename sudo su, then rename it, exit and relogin again, so that you will be, your name is going to reflect. Your second one also done. Now we have to configure a couple of things. We have to change some settings. Okay. If we navigate to this file, vi etc sshd-config, you need to save some changes in the this file. So you will get like this. Press I, come here, comment this section first, and one more is permit root login equal to yes. Permit root login, here is on permit root login. You need to make this yes, uncomment it and remove these things, make it yes. And one more parameter we have, password authentication. So this is currently it is in disabled state. Just enable it. Password authentication is equal yes. Now save the file. Okay. :wq. Now your configuration is done. Just set a root password, because we are going to use a root, as a password list. Let's first set a root password. passwd root. Now I'm giving a root at 123. So root at 123. Okay, your password is set successfully. And restart the service. Systemctl restart SSH. So you are going to restart the SSH service. So that is done. And follow the same procedure for the node 2 also. But these settings you don't do in the master. Don't do in the master node. So that's why I'm saying. Again, open in the node 2. Press I. Comment it this one. Go down. Permit root login. Uncomment it and do yes. Root login is equal to yes. And one more. Password authentication is equal to yes. So this is currently, it is commented. Just uncomment it. Okay. Escape. colon WQ. It is going to save your file and set a root password. WD password root at 123 root at 123 and restart service. System CTL restart SSH. Okay. Now things are done. Resetup is done. Go back to my your master node. What you have to do? You have to generate a SSH key. SSH key gen -t RSA. Okay, this command is going to generate a SSH key and keeping under the root.ssh. Okay, that is just press, don't give any input. Default, it is going to create on root location. Now SSH key is done. Just get the IPs of this one. Use only private IPs. Don't use public IPs. Okay. Go back to root. Do SSH. SSH root at 124. I mean, we are SSHing to the node 1 and node 2. And it is prompting just type yes. And it is asking password. Just give the password what we are given. Root at 123. Now, see, we are able to successfully SSH to the node from the master node. Just exit now and do it for the second node also. Press yes. Root at 123. Okay, we are able to successfully SSH to root node. Exit. Now, one last setting we have to do, that is SSH. Whatever the key we have created, no, we need to push to nodes. That is how password is going to work. So this is the command SSH copy ID root at. Okay, let me show you one thing again. So what we are doing currently, SSH root at 172.31.25.154. So this is first root private IP. But from the master, if you want to connect, it is prompting you username and password. Okay. But why I don't want to give a password like this? Because in Ansible configuration, you cannot give each and every time passwords, right? I wanted to create a passwordless authentication. So that is the reason. So whatever the key we have created, we are just copying to the remote repository, not remote repository, from master to your target nodes. So this is SSH -copy ID root. If you provide like this, so now it is asking password. Just give root at 123, whatever password we have created. Now you are able, your passwordless authentication is going to enable the key is pushed to the target server. Now if you SSH to that server, it should not prompt you your username password. See, if I do it now, it should not ask you the passwords. So without password, it is going to navigate to your server like this. So that is the reason. Do it for second node also. One, two, three. Now this is also done. .23.78 second node. So without prompting your password, it is going to log in like this. Exit. Now our setup is done. Let's play now. The Ansible setup is ready. Okay, let's play. Okay, one more thing we have to add. We have to get the host, add the host entries. etc Ansible hosts. So here we need to add the entry details. I'm just adding. Give me a second. Just modifying the IPs. So this is how it looks like. I'm just created a one group called a demo, or I'll change instead of demo. DevOps demo. I'm creating just one group as a demo, DevOps demo, and one more group. Let me create. I'm considering one server as DB server. Okay, just segregating. And one is for app server. Okay. Save the file. Now your things are ready. Let's check whether Ansible is able to communicate all the servers. Ansible -all -a. What happens? ANSAPLE -all -a ls -l. Let's try. Oh, something is wrong. Ansible all -a. Some action do not make sense in adapter. Let's try another one. Ansible. What is the name you have given? DevOps. ATC. Ansible hosts. Let me check what names you have given. Okay, DevOps demo. Let's copy this one, or else I will forget something. I had given a DevOps demo. Ansible DevOps demo, and let me check whether we are able to ping. -m ping. Yes. See, under the DevOps demo, there are two servers we had defined, right? So two servers status, it is checking whether they are up and running or the Ansible is able to communicate. See, there are two servers what we have defined, Ansible node 2 and node 1 we have defined, right? And -m is module. Ping is one of the module in the Ansible. So it is trying to ping whether servers are able to reachable or not. I'm trying to bring down one server and see whether we are able to. I'm stopping this instance, node 2. Okay, it is stopped. Let's ping now. So this server should not be communicated. It should give some error message. See. Ansible node 2 is unreachable because server is not up, unable to communicate. So that is the reason it is trying to communicate to the target nodes as well. So let's again bring up, start the instance. Okay, now it is running. Still it is take some time to. Yeah, so both the servers are up and running. Okay, now let's play a couple of comments through the Ansible how we are dealing with that. Ansible demo is module I'm checking. Let's -a ls-l. Let's check any files are available under the root user. There are some files got created. I mean, it was already created. Let's create one file and see. Touch demo file ansible.txt. I'm just creating a file called demo file ansible.txt and entering. So it is created. See, changed. But how do you know whether it is created? Let's execute once again ls-l. You are going to get the file. See, the files got created under the two servers. Okay, but whether really those files created, let's check once. where we have created under root, right? cd root ls minus l. Here is a demo file got created through Ansible. Okay. So these things, don't worry, they are just warnings. Ignore those things. But you are getting the idea, right? Through Ansible, what are the things we are going to play? Now, I am going to create one YAML file, which is going to install the Nginx server. Okay, so that you will get an idea how this Nginx is going to, through the Ansible, how we are going to install the packages. Let me copy. I'm creating one file, YAML file. That by YAML. Now, how to play with, how to work with the playbooks. Ansible playbook, and give the file name. Okay. Sorry, it is hyphen, not underscore. So I intentionally, I wanted to show something. I did this one. So have you noticed no hosts matched? Let's hope, cat the YAML file. Have you noticed something? Do you need to give some inputs here? Anybody, just Sunil or Shruti? If we are not able to create a, we are unable to install a Nginx. Any guess on this playbook? Are you guys here only, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Shruti. But have you noticed something? Because we are unable to install the Nginx on the target servers. In this playbook, anything we missed? If you look at this one, hosts, manage and host nodes.
Do we need to mention any notes or something?
Yeah. So in the hosts file, we had mentioned, right? Let me open again. See, in host entry, we had mentioned a DevOps hyphen demo, right? Here we have given manager hyper nodes, because that we did not define in the host entry, right? So that's why it is unable to pop up any action.
Okay.
But if we edit this again, here we have to provide the group, which groups you wanted to install. DevOps demo. DevOps demo was the group we had provided, right, in the host entries. So now, they want to exit. First, let's check whether anything is installed on this server. using public IP, you are able to access something. Nothing disabled access. Here also. So we are not able to access because we did not install anything on these two servers. Now let's install, let's install the play on this playbook. So Ansible playbook is going to install the Nginx on this host node, whatever we defined a DevOps demo. So whatever the servers we defined under these two is going to install the Nginx server. Let's sign up. Enter. Yeah. Ansible is okay. It is installed on the Ansible node 2 and also okay for Ansible node 1 also. Yeah. Change it one. Now, if you refresh these to the servers, you are going to get a Nginx. I think we'll put a port number also. Let's try 8 port. Yeah, see. Nginx web server got installed on these two servers. Here also just remove this HTTPS. Yeah. See both these servers. These two are public IPs of these servers, right? So we have installed Nginx servers on both the servers. So that is how, if you just imagine if you are having a 10,000 servers and you are going to install couple of softwares on those target machines, and you are going to define one host entry, one in the host entry you are going to define so and so servers group. You are going to segregate servers in a group wise. I'm going to I'll explain one more example here. Let me segregate one more group called group installs Oracle DB. I'm defining the server names here. Server 1, server 2, like this, server 10. So once we define like this, if you give this as a name in the playbook here, hosts, so this Ansible is going to install the Oracle database on all the defined servers.
Do we need to mention any version of the Oracle DB, or it will install the latest one?
Define in the YAML file here. All the pre things you need to install.
Okay.
Let me check one example one. Ansible Playbook for Oracle DB database installation. Yeah, see, Oracle itself has some GitHub repository, and See, if you look at this one, you will get all your options to define the versions or the pre-checks. What are you going to do? Create a Oracle user. I mean, just
Okay.
correlating, not the exact playbook. You can define like this. What is the purpose of this one? You are going to do some network setup. You are going to do some create Oracle groups, users. So all these predefined things you can define. What version you wanted to install, also define. So everything we need to define in the YAML file like this. So that is how the Ansible is going to read this YAML file and going to action on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the use of Ansible. You are going to do so many administrative tasks, and all even if I just spin up one instance and giving some inputs. So in the background, all these configuration management tools are going to play to get the server up and running. So that is how these tools are working in the background. When you are implementing one full-fledged project, at the end you will get to know how Ansible is playing in the background, the important role. It is going to create all the infrastructure related things. Here, just I mean, tool by tool, I'm explaining because you don't know right in the background what tool is doing what. If I explain like this, then you will get to know what tool is using for what purpose. Correct, no?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And one more thing, like how to create a user,
Gopi, we can create other flavors of databases also, right?
anything. Yeah, anything.
Okay.
As long, hopefully, everything is gonna support Ansible because that is why it become a more popular, right? Yeah, almost done. I'm keeping all the comments. Sorry, the notes. What are the comments we are using? I'm just updating the. So there are many things are there. We just play here. I'm just copy pasting the content here in the Ansible. Okay.
Okay.
All the comments I had provided. Just go. I mean, just the installation part is the biggest challenge. So don't forget the steps. I had clearly defined here itself. The root password you need to set only on the target server. I think this. I'm
Okay.
giving you more things. I'll remove unnecessary things so that you don't get confused. Okay. So in the road, in the master node, you have to set this one. These two, you just set on the node 1 and node 2. Or renaming, I mean, the naming the server. Here you just, these 4 steps you need to install on the master node. I'll define here itself on master node. And these steps on node 1 and 2. That is straightforward on only up to here. Okay. The remote login setup. Uncheck the password. So all these things are there. This one you need to comment it out. So straightforward steps are there. You try to work with this creating the instance and setup. If everything is done, no, once you get all this, Ansible is able to communicate between all node servers. So then 80% of your work is done. Only thing you need to play with the commands. Okay. So That's how I mentioned. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording.